Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Brian with Zinco Survival, and this is the update of the Mora Bushcraft Orange. I'm going to be brutally honest, I have not used this particular knife very much. This is my wife's knife. It sits in her go bag. As you can see, the fire steel and all of that. Now, I have this knife in the BK Black. I have used the fire steel and everything else, so I got a pretty good idea of what that can do. Now, so let me go ahead. And because in this particular review, unlike the Mora Bushcraft Black, there's actually a sheath to review. So let me take the knife out. There it is. I'm going to go ahead and review the sheath first. The sheath is a two-piece plastic sheath. Actually three if you include this piece right here. This is the piece I took off of my black. Now, it's a black and orange design. So you have black and then an orange overplate right here. These are two separate pieces. They are glued together. So these two pieces are not one piece. I don't know what they used to glue it on, but it does not come off easily. The belt clip right here, or in this case, belt loop, is designed to rotate. Now, I don't like it because it's very stiff. It doesn't rotate easily, so it's not like you're going to go like this and it's going to follow you. Because of that, I didn't like it and I took it off of mine and just replaced it with a piece of paracord that I hang around my neck when I'm going to use it a lot. It does have some jibbing right up here, so when you go to take it out, you can plant your finger and kind of pull. It is a friction lock, so when you put the knife in, the force of putting the knife in actually locks it in. It doesn't have any straps, or as you can see, that actually physically hold the knife on. The Survival Edition comes with a ferro rod. Now this is a friendly, actually a light my fire ferro rod. So there it is. It's actually a pretty good sized ferro rod for a survival knife. But in general, it's just a light my fire ferro rod. So I'd consider this about a medium hardness. It does produce some really long lasting sparks. But that also means you're going to use it up faster. So this is just a survival ferro rod. It's not something that I would use on a regular basis, because you will chew this up pretty quickly. It locks in just like this. There's a little tab right there. In order to get it out, you have to pull up and pull over. Alright? That's how you remove it. It does have a diamond sharpening plate right here. I don't use it. I don't recommend that you guys use it. I personally find that I can never get a sharp edge. If anything, if I use this, I end up dulling it even more. So try to avoid using that sharpener. I don't even consider it part of the knife, to be honest with you. To me, it's not anything that I would ever use. The grit is too rough, and the length of the actual sharpener isn't enough to get a good long stroke on it. So this is the only bad part of the sheath in my opinion, except for this right here. So there's the sheath. Now let me move on to the knife. This is the Mora Bushcraft Orange knife. As you can see, it has a neon orange handle. I know the video doesn't do it any justice, but this thing is neon orange, like glow in the dark orange. You will never have to worry about losing this thing. It is a 3.2 millimeter spine, the exact same as the Mora Bushcraft Black. It also has a very, very sharp 90-degree spine on it. Great for scraping, really good for striking ferro rods. It's also a Scandi grind, exactly the same as the Mora Bushcraft Black. Again, it did not come razor sharp out of the box, as you can see. I have not sharpened this one, and I can rub my finger on it without cutting myself. I mean, it's sharp, but it's not going to slip my finger like a razor sharp knife should. The spine, just like the black, runs all the way up to the edge. Now, I don't know if you can see it here, but you can see the grind is just a little bit off. Factory defect, nothing I can particularly do about it. And I don't feel like reprofiling an entire stainless steel blade. That would be a real nightmare. So my wife's knife, she's very happy with it, so I'm just going to kind of leave it the way it is. Again, just like with the Mora Bushcraft Black, this handle made out of the same material, very grippy. I don't feel like I'm gonna lose my grip at all, even if I'm doing this with it. I don't feel like my finger is gonna slip up onto the blade, and when this handle is wet, I still have a really good grip. So again, as with all Moras, same as the Bushcraft Black, very good handle design. Nothing bad I can say, except for the fact that you're gonna have to drill a lanyard hole yourself. I did that on my Bushcraft Black, but I didn't do it on this one because my wife didn't want a lanyard, so just left it the way it is. But if you do want one, you're gonna have to take a 1/4-inch drill bit and drill right about there. My only gripe with this knife, the only thing that I don't particularly like about it, is the fact that it is stainless steel. It's not easy to sharpen. No stainless steel knives are, but that's about it. And it's not with the design, it's just the fact that it's stainless steel. I wish they made a carbon version with the orange handle. But another interesting thing, I almost forgot to say it. It is a rat tail tang, okay? A partial tang. It does not go all the way to the end. It stops about here, okay? But don't let that dissuade you from buying this, because this knife is probably one of the best quality knives on the market. I think the only thing better than one of these, the Bushcraft line or Moras in general, as far as durability goes, is going to be custom made or BKs. BK line knives or custom made knives. Even though this is a partial tang knife, I don't know anyone who's managed to break it. I don't know anyone who has managed to damage it unless they have been using it for something it was not intended to do. Something you shouldn't be using a knife for, like prying open a door, for example. But the blade itself is 4.25 inches. The handle is 5 inches. The overall length of the entire knife is 9.25 inches. So it's a fairly small knife. It is definitely a fine task survival knife, or bushcrafting knife, which is what I bought this for, so that my wife would have a small knife that she could use, because she is a little girl. Not in a bad way. So I actually have a surprise for you guys. I did this on my Bushcraft Black video, and I decided to go ahead and redo it for this one. I'm going to feather stick a toothpick with this, and because of that, because if you can feather stick a toothpick, you can feather stick anything. Now, I want to address the batoning issue. Do not baton with this knife. You can do about 1 inch, but on my Bushcraft Black, I ended up chewing up right here because I didn't have enough metal left here to hit with the baton. I ended up chewing up this rubber right up here, and I had to stop batoning with it because I didn't want to chew that up and then have the rubber just start peeling away. So keep that in mind. I would not baton anything over 1 inch with this knife, right about here, because you need to make sure you have enough metal left all in the back here to be able to hit. So overall, if you need a batoning knife, this isn't it. Find a different knife. If you want a good general purpose carving kind of knife, this is the one that you want. Now, my dog is going ballistic. So, there you have it. Now, let me go ahead and I'll grab that toothpick, and I'll go ahead and show you guys what I mean by feather sticking a toothpick. My friends did not think I could do it. My brother thought that I was lying. So, when he watches this video, well, I did it once before for him, but I'm going to show you guys that you can feather stick a toothpick with a Mora. Now, I do have a Mora Companion video coming up, and I also have a stainless versus high carbon debate coming up. So go ahead, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel so that you guys can get notified when those videos come out. Be one of the first to watch it. I think you guys might be a little bit surprised at what I say on my stainless versus high carbon video. So keep an eye out for that one. There we are. A feather stick toothpick. If you can feather stick a toothpick, you can feather stick anything. But like I said, I wouldn't use this for batoning. I would find a different knife for that. I would probably go with the BK7. If you want to watch a video on that, I also have an updated video on the BK7 out. Go ahead and watch it and make your decision after you watch both. Now, both have a drawback and a benefit, but in my opinion, carry both knives. Carry the BK7 for batoning, carry the Mora Bushcraft for any kind of small tasks like doing a feather stick or notching or anything like that. But overall review on this is definitely a 10 out of 10. Very, very, very good quality knife, as all Moras are. But thank you guys so much for watching. That's the end of my review. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave them below. And if you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe. And remember, by subscribing, you will get notified of any new videos that I have, and you'll be one of the first to watch it. Thank you so much. Please have a great night. Bye-bye.